Hello, my little hidden royalty. All right, guys, we are going to have another lesson and we are going to talk about some sight words first to help us remember. So remember when we see this word here, we know that says my. Remember, Y at the end can say I, so this is my. All right. Sometimes you'll actually see it, of course, with the capital letter at the beginning because it's the beginning of a sentence. So that's my. All right. We also have the word he. Okay. Remember, he has E at the end. So that's he. All right. If we added SH, we know SH says shh, but at the end we have that E. So it's E, she. All right. We also have the sight word. And again, some of these you can sound out, but it is better to be able to know them fast. So this is has. So let's say that again. Has. Good job. All right. And then you guys know this word. You know this word is and. Okay. This word is and. That is very important because that is going to be a very important word. And. All right. And then you guys know the word like. Let's talk about like. Let's go ahead and remember that this is a sneaky E word. The sneaky E goes to the first vowel that he sees and he says, say your name, say your name. So this is like. So that word is like. Okay, I want you guys to look at those words for just a second. And I am going to get something to write on so that it's a little bit clearer for you. But anyway, okay, here we go. So we have like. All right, let me just make sure that you guys can see that really well. I think that you can. Awesome. This is good. All right, so we have like. We also had, remember, if we added an S to like, it would say likes. So that's very important, likes. Let me just make sure that you guys can really see what I'm writing. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of change my marker, but that is not a problem. All right, so let's say we see the word. All right, and remember this word has a U at the end, so it is you. You, okay? So remember that word. We also have do. All right, so that's D-O, that's do. Remember, sometimes we can see it with the capital D, so that's do. We also have the word in, but we know that is in, so memorize that. We're starting to get a little faster with our sight words, so I may not be going over all the rules so much, but you should be getting faster at this. All right, so we know this sight word. That is the. Sometimes it says the, but most of the time it says the. We can see it capitalized. Let's see, we know this word I, but when you're seeing it written, like in a book, you could just see it like this, and that just says I by itself. We know this word of, remember that. We know this word is on, okay? So remember, that's not no. N-O says no. N-O says no. N-O says no. But this says on. So this is on. We know this word, to. Okay, we know that word. We also know the word, this word here. Let's see if you know this one. You can sound this out, but again, it's a sight word. So this is with. So you do that, with. That word is with. All right, so these are words that you really need to be practicing right now, because we're going to see these words all the time and we need to know them quickly. So I would go back and just refresh my memory. I would say, okay, that's my, he, she, you, has, and, do, likes. Okay, again, if you saw it just like this, it would be like. Let me put another sight word up here. We know we have this word, two E's walking down the street, two vowels walking down the street. The first vowel does the talking and the second vowel does the walking. Remember, this E is going to say his name. So it's see. So this word is see. Okay, we also had this word, which is a very important word, and this is am. But we want to memorize it. We don't want to break it up. We don't want to say and. We don't want to say am, but we want to just know it as am. That is am. Now remember, if we had some words, some letters that are attached to am. So if we know we had an H attached to the am, we're going to sound this out. My turn. Ham. I want you to do that. My turn again. Ham. Your turn. What word is that? Ham. Yes, ham. Make sure that you are repeating after me, because it is very important that you are learning how to blend with me. All right. So even if you know the word, I want you to know how to blend, because it's also going to teach you how to spell. All right. So we have that am word again, and we're going to add a Y to that. That says y. Yam. My turn again. Y. Yam. Your turn. Good. What word is that? Yam. Yes, yam. Good. Now I'm going to put my am again, and I'm going to add a J, a lowercase j. Can be uppercase too, but I'm going to add a lowercase j. Same sound. J. Jam. My turn again. J. Jam. Your turn. Good. What word is that? Jam. Good. And this could have two meanings, right? It can either mean that I want to eat some jam, right? Like jelly, jam, right? Or I like to jam. That means I like to dance. So if I say, do you like to jam? That means do you like to dance? Or if I say, do you like jam? That means to eat jam, okay? So two different meanings there. I'm going to put a capital T here, and then our am. We know T says t, 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 t. So we're going to say t, tam. My turn again. T, tam. Your turn. Good. What word is that? Tam. Yes, tam. Good job. Now, I am going to put a capital P here and our am. We know P says p, 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 like popcorn. So my turn. P, Pam. Your turn. My turn again. P, Pam. Your turn. Good. What word is that? Pam. Yes, Pam. Pam has a capital P. That we know that's someone's name, just like this is someone's name, Tam, here, because he has a capital T here. All right, now, we are going to, what if I wrote this word, am, and then I put an R here? Okay, we know R is R. So R, ram. Your turn. Ram. Sorry, my turn. Ram. Your turn. Good. What word is that? Ram. Yes, ram. Very good. All right, now I'm going to throw a curveball at you guys. I'm going to throw something difficult here. We're going to have a blend. C and L make a blend, and I'm going to put a smiley face under that. And that says cl. You don't break up this sound. I want you to memorize it like this, cl. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add our am here, but I'm going to do it this way so we don't get confused. My turn. Cl. Clam. Your turn. My turn again. Cl. Clam. Your turn. All right, what word is that? Clam. Yes, clam. Good job. All right, so if I added an S, we know that will be clams, right? So any of these words, if I added an S, it'll be yams, all right? So that's always important to remember that. And then we also had this word, which is an. Let's practice that again. That word is an. But if I added a P to that, that would be p, pan. Your turn. Good. What word is that? Pan. Yes, pan. Okay, don't forget that. We also know, you guys should know this one. My turn. K, can. Your turn. My turn again. K, can. All right, what word is that? Can. Yes, can. We also can have that as a sight word because we need to know that fast. And then if we had another an word, but we added an F, that would be fan. Your turn. My turn again. Fan. Your turn. Good. What word is that? Fan. Yes, fan. All right, another an word. And let's add an M there. Man. Your turn. My turn again. Man. Your turn again. What word is that? Man. Yes, man. Good job. Now, you guys know this word is an. And if we added a D, we know that's and, right? So that's kind of helping us with that sight word and. So let's go ahead and add an H there. My turn. Hand. My turn. Hand. What word is that? Hand. Yes, hand. All right. We know this word, guys. We've been doing this one for a while. What word is that? At. My turn. At. What word is that? At. Yes, at. Okay, so we know if we add a F to that, that's fat. Your turn. What word is that? Fat. Yes, fat. You guys know this. But if we added a C, that's cat. Your turn. What word is that? Cat. Yes, cat. Oh, we know this one. That's a mat. Your turn. What word is that? Mat. Yes, mat. Okay, we need to make sure we are practicing all of these words so we do not forget. Let's go over, when you see A by itself, it just says A, but this vowel in a word says ah. Remember? Now, we're going to add 2 blends to this word. Actually, it's supposed to be a little closer, but I'll separate it so that you can kind of see it. But my turn. BL says blah. Everybody say blah. You say it together. Blah. Okay, now my turn. Blah. Black. You see how this CK, you don't break that up. You say k. Just say k. Go around the house and say k, k, k. All right, my turn. Blah. Black. Your turn. My turn again. Blah. Black. Your turn. All right. What word is that? Yes, black. Black. Okay. So I think we're ready. Wait, there was one more rule. Okay. Remember, when we have 2 vowels walking down the street. Remember, our vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Okay? These are 2 vowels, E and A. Here's the rule. When you see 2 vowels walking down the street, the first vowel does the talking and the second vowel does the walking. In this case, this E is going to talk. He's going to say his name, and he says, I am E. So this says E. So when you see E and A together, it says E. And then if I added a T there, it'll be eat. Your turn. My turn again. Eat. Your turn. Yes, that word is what? Eat. Yes, eat. Good job. Okay. So I think we're good. Wait a minute. Did we have this sight word? We know this one. What is that? 2. All right. Oh, we have one more sight word. Also. So if you just had S-O, that means so. That's a sight word. But this is also. All is A-L-L, but this is said also. Also. So this is also. That's a new word for us, also. All right? And we're going to keep practicing. Okay. I think we're ready to rock and roll. Here we go. Here's our passage. Now, first thing I'm going to do when I get this passage, I am going to go through and I'm going to underline my vowels. That's what I want you guys to do. Go through, make your notes. Okay, you guys see what I'm doing? I need you guys to do this as well. You're going to become so quick at this that you're going to be able to recognize your rules. This is what I want you to do. So practice. What I'm doing is I'm going through and I'm looking for all of my words with vowels or blends. All right. And I'm making notes for myself so that when I read, it's easy for me to comprehend. That's what you guys are going to do as well. All right, so I would pause the video and I would kind of look at what I'm marking and I would take the time to do the same thing. The students who are taking their time to really take notes and listen to these videos are going to become the best readers, I can guarantee. Okay, so this is what we are working on right now. Go ahead and look at my notes. Pretty soon you'll be like, hey, you need to underline this. You missed something. Because you're going to become so fast at it. Okay. Let's see. I've been doing this for a while, of course, so it's a little bit easier for me. But again, you guys are going to get so good at it. So let's see if I And I might have forgotten something else I'm going, but I'll figure it out when we read it. Okay, here we go. Ready? So we're going to start with our 3 fingers, right? Well, actually, I wouldn't even start there yet because when we come back to read, we'll do 3 fingers. But I like starting with 3 fingers because it teaches us how to brush the page and just kind of blend our words like very smoothly. So this title is My Cat and I. Okay. My cat is big. Your turn. All right, what word is that? Big. Yes, big. Okay, so my cat is big and fat. My cat is big and fat, and he likes ham and yams. Oh, my cat is big and fat, and he likes ham and yams. He has a red fan. He has a red fan and a black mat. Oh, okay. He has a red fan and a black mat. He likes to sit. He likes to sit on the mat. He likes to sit on the mat with a clam. Oh, okay. He likes to sit on the mat with a clam. Do you like ham? Do you like yams? Do you like to jam? Do you like to jam? Remember, that means dance. Okay. I like to jam and fan with my hand. Oh, I like to jam and fan with my hand. I also like clams. I also like clams. I am in bed. I am in bed with a pan. I am in bed with a pan of clams. Clams. Okay, I am in bed with the pan of clams. Do you like clams and jam? Jam is fun. Jam is fun. And I like to run. I like to run in the sun. Jam is fun, and I like to run in the sun. My cat and I like to eat ham, yams, clams, and jam. There's 3 exclamation points. Okay, so now that I worked my way through it, I'm going to go back. And I'm going to take my 3 fingers. Now, I'm right-handed, so I'm using my right hand. If you're left-handed, use your left hand. But I'm going to use my right hand. I'm going to put my guide right here, and I'm going to read. I'm going to sit up straight. My cat and I. My cat is big and fat, and he likes ham and yams. He has a red fan and a black mat. He likes to sit on the mat with the clam. Do you like him? Do you like yams? Do you like to jam? I like to jam and fan with my hand. I also like clams. I am in bed with a pan of clams. Do you like clams and jam? Jam is fun, and I like to run in the sun. My cat and I like to eat ham, yams, clams, and jam. Good job, guys. You made it through it. You did it. Great job. If you continue reading like this every day, I guarantee you're going to be a phenomenal Hidden Royalty reader. Bye, guys. Good night.